co dělá léto létem. Své brány fanouškům znovu otevře sluncem zalitá pražská Štvanice. Ikonický chrám s elektrizující atmosférou pod otevřeným nebem bude opět tím místem, kde se na přelomu léta střetnou ti nejlepší a nejatraktivnější zápasníci domácí scény. Ledové drinky, místa doslova na dosah dění v kleci a další pokračování příběhů vašich oblíbených bojovníků slibují jediné. Zážitek, na který budete opět vzpomínat celý rok. Akce, kterou si nechcete nechat ujít. Lístky v prodeji právě teď v síti Ticket Portál.
Největší tahák turnaje OKTAGON 33 pro domácí fanoušky spočívá v zápase Karlose Terminátora Vémoly, který nastoupí proti velmi těžkému a ostřílenému polskému bojovníkovi ve váze do 93 kg Michalu Pasternákovi. Pasternák má za sebou poměrně dlouhou kariéru ve ONE FC, kde nastupoval proti elitním borcům.
Je to opravdu tvrdý a zkušený borec. On zná každý trik, měl za sebou několik tvrdých, těžkých válek.
Spodziewam się tego, że Karlos będzie szedł do przodu. Nie skupiam się ani na jego mocnych, ani na jego jakichś tam stronach. Po prostu mam swój plan, który zarysowany w głowie i jeśli będę się tego trzymał, to na pewno wygram.
Karlos Terminátor Vémola. Od roku 2016 prohrál v MMA jediný zápas, a to zápas století s Attilou Végem.
Chci hlavně vyhrát, systematicky dominovat každý kolo. Moje takové největší vítězství by bylo, kdybych tohle fréra s černým páskem brazilským jiu-jitsu uškrtil, protože já pásek nemám žádnej.
Zápas, ve kterém Vémola před sebou znovu jednou klade neuvěřitelně velké cíle, vyhrá dvakrát během 14 dnů a vrátit se také do titulového mixu polotěžké váhy žebříčku OKTAGONu.
So we move up the main card and into the light heavyweight division, welcoming the second of our Polish fighters towards the cage, 38-year-old Michał "Vampire" Pasternak. Now this guy, Frank, I've seen him fight in various different...
Vampire knows what I'm
You can see it, right?
Very strong, strong inclination of both Nosferatu.
You get it straight away. Now listen, as a fighter though, super accomplished. A record of 16-7, 10 of those by finish, 6 knockouts, 4 submissions. A BJJ black belt as well. He's got height and reach on Karlos Vémola. The other thing he does is he competes in Vale-Tudo in Poland, in this promotion out there where there's no round lengths. You fight the opponent in a pit. Every weapon is allowed, bar biting and eye gouging. Basically headbutts, the lot are within there, and he is 5-0 against good competition within that. He said on the VT, I know what Vémola's going to do. We all know what he's going to do. Push forward, pressure, look for the takedown, look to dominate you with his grappling, his strength and his pressure. But he says, I have a plan. I need to stick to it. If I can stick to it, I can win. So for me, this first round is going to be very telling whether plan A is going to be at all useful against what we know Vémola's only plan is, which is to close the distance and crush you.
Yeah, and I like the fact that Pasternak shows the ability of resilience, because in fights like that where there's no time limit, there's no ability, there's not explosive finishes, not rounds where you're going back and rehydrating and going out there again and replanning. There's a lot of a battle of attrition, and he's shown the ability to withstand that and do well.
But listen to this. It has been become an iconic moment in Octagon's history. Karlos Vémola making this walk. He is the superstar under this promotion. He is the man everyone wants to fight, and he is the man who has only lost once since 2016. That's when he stepped up to light heavyweight and took on Attila Vase. Since then, he has been on a storm. He captured the middleweight title, was set to defend that when this elbow injury came in. Hurt his elbow during the training camp when he was supposed to fight Pirat Kristofic at one of the events. Had to have surgery on the elbow. The doctor said it's that bad.
Yep.
And he looked him in the eyes. Frank, you've had this conversation as well yourself. He said, you will not be able to compete again. You will not be able to do the thing that is you, which is mixed martial arts, which is to fight, which is to compete, which is this, and he loves the show as well. But he's proven them all wrong. 3 weeks ago, he fought in a boxing fight, won and beat Marpo in 4 rounds. This time, 3 weeks later, he's back in MMA, upper weight class in light heavyweight, and there is not, the word can't or impossible does not exist in Karlos Vémola's vocabulary.
Yeah, that's a hard mindset to be able to even explain to somebody, to sit there and be told that who you are doesn't exist anymore. Go find a different reason why you wake up every morning. And to sit there and go, no, I don't believe you. I'm not going to believe the medical professional with years of experience and schooling and know better than you do. And you're going to go ahead and just bite down, go forward, and sit there and go, I'm either going to succeed or die trying. And literally those are the words you got to live by.
Karlos Vémola, as much as a character as he is all business when it comes to fighting. He is the first to training, he's the last to leave, he's the hardest worker in the room. He has earned everything that he has got, and right now he's looking to step in and prove everybody wrong that he can still compete. And now he will take on this guy. I mean, he could have taken an easy fight here, but honestly, if you are unaware of just how tough Pasternak is, brace yourself for what could be an explosive fight. We look at the tail of the tape. Pasternak has the height, has the reach. The experience, though, on the side of Karlos Vémola, as are the tip sport odds. Wow, we are set, we are ready. Let's get it underway. Let's hand it to Ondrej Novotny.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next contest is a light heavyweight bout that is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. Let me introduce you both fighters. Start in the blue corner. He is 38-year-old. He stands 190 centimeters tall, and he weighed in at 93.25 kilos. He represents Akademia Sportov Valky Vilanov, and the coach in his corner is Miroslav Okninski. He has a professional record of 23 fights, 16 wins, and 7 losses. Fighting out of Poland, Michał Vampire Pasternak. In the red corner, he's 36-year-old. He stands 183 centimeters and he weighed in at 93.40 kilos. He represents Reinders MMA and London Shoot Fighters Gym. And the coaches in his corner are Andre Reinders and Paul Ivans. He has a professional record of 37 fights, 31 wins and only 6 losses. Representing Neruda Cup team, Goldfingers. Fighting out of the Czech Republic, Karlos TERMINÁTOR Vémola.
Okay, gentlemen, you know the rules. Protect yourself at all times and listen to my commands. When I say stop, you stop. Fight hard, fight fair. Touch your gloves, please. Step back in your corner.
Good, Richter will take charge of this light heavyweight contest. That will see that man, Michał Pasternak, Vampire, take on this legend of the game, Karlos Vémola. Vémola in the red corner, Pasternak in the blue, Mir Bryan Lacey alongside Frank Mir calling the action. And the height and reach already very evident, Frank.
Yep. You see right now, Pasternak has that height advantage, reach advantage, to be able to keep behind that jab. Switching stance, lines up that straight left lead. He does fight over his knee, though, a lot, though. But that being said, so does Vémola, and almost paid the price there with a knee to the face.
Yeah, Vémola, former middleweight champion, now stepping up to light heavyweight. Oh, but again, trying to impose. This is grappling style. Oh, big takedown against Pasternak.
Yeah, that was beautiful. He changed levels, drove in. The cage helped stop Pasternak's feet. We got his hands connected, Vémola did behind him. Then he got his hips in, elevated, turned the corner, and now he has him down inside the guard.
Yeah, Pasternak, a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt as well. Strong guard game, really long limbs. And
well, you see the elbow game from the bottom that we've seen a lot being used tonight. That's just really the evolution of the game, that locking guys up, hold them with your legs around the waist, you know, the closed guard position, and use your hands to go ahead and arms, use those short, stinging elbows, because you really do control the distance when you're holding guard. You can bring the guy's hips away from you, and you can bring them up close to you. So as far as throwing the strikes, it actually, you have an advantage if you're going to do elbows from the bottom, if you keep the guy's knees on the mat and control his posture.
Yeah, we've seen some success with that earlier on tonight. Very much that bottom position, but Vémola here, this is where he loves to work from. Even inside guard, he'll just chip away. And the other thing with Karlos Vémola, and we saw it in the fight against Marpo, is a ridiculous amount of conditioning, a ridiculous gas tank. I spoke to Alex Lahore, who fought Karlos Vémola, and he said, listen, I've fought lots of guys. I've fought the top level around the world, and even strong guys. I know there's a point in the fight where they're going to fade. He fought him for 5 rounds, and he said his grip never got weaker, his pressure never got lighter, his breath never seemed to get even heavier as the relentless grappling continued. But that proves that Karlos is putting the work in, because you look at him and you look at the lifestyle around him. He's almost a Conor McGregor-style character in the Czech Republic. He's got his own TV show. He's got a house with lions and alligators and sharks, and he's got, you know, this caricature of himself. But when you speak to his training partners and his coaches, they say no one works harder. Nobody works harder. He cuts no corners. And when you're sleeping in those silk sheets, it becomes very easy to press that snooze button, but that's not what Karlos Vémola is about.
Yeah, super impressive. I always tell people, you know, you look at a group of people, I hate when people try to bring up race or whatnot inside of different fight aptitudes. Well, this group can do this. I'm like, no, man, show me whoever the socioeconomic bottom of the rung is. I'm going to show you who the group of fighters are, because fighting and living this lifestyle could be a brutal sport.
Yeah.
You know, if you have the opportunity to go to college or make money, or you're comfortable, I mean, you see it happen to fighters all the time. Guys that are just super hungry, they make it, they win a title, they have some money, and all of a sudden they're just not the same guy, because that same drive and ambition, that fire, that not wanting to be broken poor is gone. That survival instinct has been sated. They're not hungry anymore. And so for Vémola to identify that, keep open and keep aggressive and keep driven and doing the hard things, because that's still the most difficult part. Anybody, you know, showing up and fighting even when you're wealthy is okay. But getting up early in the morning, going without, sacrificing, aches and pains, that's the tough part. That's hard to keep going when you have money in the bank.
And he's doing an extremely good job of working his way out.
He's working right
with the head and arm. Oh my goodness, Vémola trying to submit the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. He's worked him out.
Real high. You have to use a lot of force here, huh?
He's going to step over though. Now this could be it. Karlos Vémola returns
He's gonna get him.
to mixed martial arts, and he gets the tap. He gets the tap. Terminator is back. Over a year out of action. A doctor telling him he will not fight again. Prove me wrong. Yes, I will.
Strong there, huh?
Oh my goodness. It's a real spectacle every time Vémola steps inside the cage. And look, let's talk about who he just did that to.
Yeah,
a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt.
I wonder if Pasternak, we look through his record, that might be the first time he's been submitted, right?
It's got to be up there without a doubt. I can't think of anything that jumps straight to mind, but again, the performance of Vémola, he was struggling a little bit with the height and reach. And look, I'm going to throw the numbers back at you, Frank. He said this event is meant to be. He said, look, it's Octagon 33. If I win this fight and you count the Marpo fight, that's my 33rd victory in combat sports. It's his wife's 33rd victory today. And it's 10 years almost to the day since he last won in Germany, one of his biggest wins, Seth Petrozelli. But look, talk me through this, Frank.
Yep.
Once he got the takedown.
Yeah, that was the double leg takedown, the start of the route to victory for him. The exchanges was a little hype, was a little on the difficult side for him, but he identified that beautiful double, got down inside the guard of Pasternak, was able to drive forward. Here he used a dope mount basically to drive down and work into the mount. That beat him up there, and from here he was able to slide into the, from here he grabs the shoulder, drives right up into the head and arm, locks it up. It looked like the chest was high, but Pasternak wasn't able to drive out of it. And once he circled off the side, drove his hips down, he caused it to where Pasternak had to tap or go to sleep.
Well, there you have it. Karlos Vémola, that's a birthday present for his wife. And I'm sure he'll do it in honor of her. Somebody who was by his side and supports him through all of this. For Karlos Vémola, defeating the odds back in the cage. Let's see what he calls for. It's never dull when you get a Karlos Vémola interview either. He will already have a plan. Let's hear what it is. Let's hand it to Ondrej Novotný.
Ladies and gentlemen, your referee has called a stop the action. After 3 minutes, 55 seconds, arm triangle. We have first round stoppage, and the winner coming from the red corner, Karlos TERMINÁTOR Vémola.
Karlos, congratulations on such a dominant victory. After the fight camp, you have been fighting twice in the last 2 weeks. Tell us, what is the next step in your career?
You tell me, guys, who is the next? I heard Germany, thank you for the crowd, you're great in Germany, great. But I heard you got guy here who wants to be a Terminator. There's only one king in the octagon, only one real Terminator, and that's me. Stefan Putz needs to win, and then he needs to come see me.
So as you heard, we are going to be back in Frankfurt on the 15th of October. When is the next opportunity to step in against local hero Stefan Putz?
I cannot wait till 15th of October. I want to be fighting in July in Czech Republic on Stvanice. There's so many guys that want to get a title. Rafael Shamir, he said he wants to get a title. Come on, boy, I'm ready, the title is mine. And if Germany wants me back here in October, I will be back in October.
That's some strong words. First time in Germany, Karlos Vémola. This big event is for the first time here with Octagon. How do you like it?
I love it. That's my second time in Germany. Once I fought in Düsseldorf. Every time I fight here, it's fantastic. It's my wife's birthday today, so that's her birthday present. Happy birthday, my darling. I want to thanks to my team. Chci poděkovat všem v Čechám. Pozdravuju do lidí z mýho týmu Goldfingers. A děkuju Jakuzovi, že jsme porazili frajera s černým páskem submission. Přesně tak, jak jsme trénovali. Děkuju mýmu týmu Reinders a London Shoot Fighters. Po 14 dnech jsme zvládli takovouhle práci. Thank you, Germany. Thank you.
Oktagon se naplno řítí do Brna. Poprvé do největší haly a s plnou podporou fanoušků. A když do Brna a s fanoušky, tak v plné parádě. Těšit se můžete doslova na megazápas. Bitvu o titul střední váhy. První titulová obhajoba čeká Patrika Kinsla. V souboji o pás šampiona se mu postaví dvojka střední váhy.
I would love to challenge this man for his belt.
Dakila King, Alex Ohoré.
And I can get him.
Přinášíme novou show. Po projektu X a projektu Y přichází projekt Nathan vs. Adam a neb z ostrova do klece. Bojovali proti sobě v nejtvrdší reality show na světě. Teď se proti sobě utkají v nejtvrdším sportu na světě.
Keď som sa v živote nikdy nebil, tak idem úplne od základov. Podľa mňa teraz si naozaj siahne takéto absolútne dno a som zvedavý sám, ako s tým popasujem. Ale extrémne sa na to teším.
Tenhle zápas pro mě znamená neskutečnou výzvu. Kdo nebyl na ostrově, si nedokáže představit vůbec, o co šlo, takže bylo jasný, že to musíme dohrát doma.
Adanko, dobre sa najedz, lebo budeš potrebovať veľa síl na mňa.
Brno, Winning Group Arena, 17.9. Lístky již v prodeji na ticketportal.cz.